Great coffee doesn't have to be confined to a single cup, but rather you can have phenomenal coffee in a drip brewer. Today we're going to show you how. Hey everyone, Caleb here with Take Two Coffee. Really stoked to share with you one of the brewers that I actually use the most at home. Believe it or not, the specialty coffee world is full of people that say that you got to make the coffee by the cup. And truthfully, that's just not always convenient. So when I have friends over, family over, or quite frankly, I just want to be a degenerate and drink a lot of coffee, this is what I use. It does not have to be a Mocha Master. This happens to be my favorite, but there's lots of great drip brewers out there. Today we're going to show you how to use it properly. So first thing with a drip brewer is you're going to have four basic components. You're going to have your water reservoir that holds your room temp water. You're going to have your shower head that actually disperses that water. You're going to have your drip basket that holds your coffee grounds. And you're going to have your carafe that catches that beautiful, decadent beverage down below. I like to use a ratio of about 17:1, meaning 17 parts water to 1 part coffee. The beautiful thing about coffee and water is that 1 gram of water is 1 milliliter. So it's very easy to measure out volume-wise. So in this case, we're gonna do a recipe of 60 grams of coffee to 1,020 grams of water. The reason we use the actual grams is very simple. It's precise and it allows us to have easily repeatable results. One of my biggest pet peeves is having a great cup of coffee and then not being able to reproduce that. That's why. So we're gonna get right to it. I'm gonna measure out my 60 grams of coffee. All right. I'm gonna use a home grinder for this. If you have a burr grinder at home, that's fantastic. And I'm gonna grind. So when we have our coffee ground, we're gonna open up our brew basket. We're gonna take our paper filter. I like these craft ones. I feel like they have less papery taste than the white dyed ones, just me. We're gonna take our coffee and we're gonna pour it in. So when we're all done grinding, we should have our 60 grams of coffee in here. Again, about the size of like a coarse sea salt. Grind size definitely matters. If you go too fine, you're gonna end up over extracting the coffee, ending with some more like bitterness, some astringency you don't really like. It's going to also potentially clog up the basket and maybe have overflow if you go too fine. If you go too coarse, you're not going to extract enough from the coffee. And as a result, you're going to have a very flat, kind of lacking coffee that's quite frankly not very enjoyable. You're going to get this, you're going to put your brew basket back in. And now it's time to fill up your coffee reservoir. This recipe calls for 1,020 grams of water. So we're going to pour our water into our carafe. We have our water, we're gonna put it in the top into our reservoir. And we're gonna hit brew. Brew, baby, brew. So your pot is done brewing. Super simple, you're just gonna take that carafe off. Oop, still dripping. You're gonna pour yourself a cup. Cheers.